Okay, now this is sort of funny, but some people are furious. Why? Because people are furious about everything these days. Bomb-throwing right-wing radio host Rush Limbaugh quoted me yesterday. He actually read one of my tweets. And it was one of the tweets I sent during the stream of the first night of the Democratic National Convention. At the time, I didn't think it was going particularly well because it wasn't. So I'm going to play the clip of Rush for you. Then I will talk about the reaction from some on the left to this and just how completely misguided and missing the boat some people are about this. Let's look at Rush's clip first.
David Pakman, political TV, radio show host, tweeted, "Someone please talk me off the ledge. I want to win. The first 22 minutes of this convention, I'm scared. Can somebody tell me how great this is or something? Can somebody make me feel better?" Didn't start well.
Okay, so the exact tweet that he read, he added a paraphrase at the end, which is "make me feel better." I didn't actually tweet that. I tweeted 22 minutes into night one, quote, "Someone please talk me off the ledge. I want to win. And the first 22 minutes of this DNC, I'm scared. Can someone tell me how great this is or something?" Now, later on, it improved, and I said it did, particularly with Michelle Obama's speech at the end of the night, and night two was significantly better than night one overall. But here's what I want to talk about with you. I mentioned earlier and yesterday that some people on the left were mad at me. They were even furious at me. I even had a few cancellations, for lack of a better term, because I was criticizing the first part of night one of the DNC. And there were people on the left reacting with, this feeling of, how does David have the audacity to criticize what the DNC is doing? That I'm the problem because I'm pointing out that I don't like some of this stuff, and I'm being mean, and I'm not being supportive enough of removing Donald Trump or being a team player or whatever. That is exactly the BS, garbage, tone policing, gatekeeping nonsense that leads us to losing. And some people said, David, when you tweeted that, you literally created fodder for the right, in the sense that Rush Limbaugh then read your tweet. But the DNC was not going well at that point in time. I didn't like what I saw. The right was going to say it was terrible no matter what. So it wouldn't make a difference in that sense, because the right is going to come out and say this is terrible and what an embarrassment and blah, blah, blah. I said what I believed to be going on. And you know what? Later on, it improved, and I said so. I'm not saying it improved because of what I said, but who gains anything from me lying to you and saying, wow, this is really great. This is going so well. And so when I see these comments, oh, you ended up supporting Republican talking points by tweeting that. No, I reacted genuinely. That's the promise. That's the premise and the promise of this program. My commitment here is not always to say what you think. It's not to be on board with whatever is the orthodoxy of the Democratic Party. I'm not even a Democrat, remember. The reason people watch the live streams and the content is to get my honest and immediate reactions to what's going on. What do we gain if I do political theater where I say, this is crap, but it would look bad if I say that. So I'm going to pretend that this is great and lie to my audience. Like, is that actually what people are suggesting I should do? Because Rush Limbaugh read one of my tweets. The fact that Limbaugh read a tweet is no more evidence of anything than the fact that Hitler breathing oxygen says anything about oxygen more broadly, if you understand the point that I'm making, alluding to an ad hominem fallacy here. And so we really gain nothing by scolding people who are making what are honest critiques. And we actually, I would make the case, lose a lot when we do this tone policing and attempting to regulate what counts as acceptable commentary. And I was out of line, apparently, with what is really a pretty milquetoast tweet, guys. I mean, in the end, this tweet is, nothing's hinging on this tweet. So I think it's interesting. I don't know exactly how my tweet made it to Rush Limbaugh. Now, years ago, Rush Limbaugh did a whole segment where he refers to this program and a segment we did multiple times without calling it by name. And so we know that somehow over time clips have gotten to Rush Limbaugh. I don't know how this got to him, quite frankly, but somehow it did. But listen, if if you want a show that will just always praise what the Democratic Party is doing, I'm sure those shows exist. It's just not this one. Okay. And so I'm not apologizing, and I will continue to call it like it is. August 23rd is the 15th anniversary of the David Pakman Show. We will be doing a huge membership special. If you want to be notified about it, just get on my newsletter at davidpakman.com. August 23rd, email will go out telling you how to take advantage of what we hope will be the biggest single day surge in memberships in David Pakman Show history. And of course, remember that you can get the podcast on any app you like: Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, Pandora, if that is your gig. Get the daily audio podcast. Take it with you every single day.